Hi. Marion's late.
That's all right. I was going to introduce her. Marge No 2 to Eleanor's Court of Love, or the Renaissance version of the dating game. For those of you who are familiar, I can already see the looks on your faces. No dread, no dread. We'll make it as pleasant as possible for the bachelorettes and the bachelor. I will explain how this is done. We have a handsome bachelor here. We are trying to find a date for, as they say in the modern vernacular.
Want to revise that adjective for him?
We'll get to that in a moment.
Fair enough.
And we have three. Hodge. No, the bachelorettes, dear. Come back. All right, we're done then.
Terrible error. I apologize.
It's quite all right. Keep it going, dear.
Would you like us to find bachelors instead?
And we
Not dark yet.
Can we move on with this? We have three lovely. All right, we were supposed to have three lovely bachelorettes. Our bachelor will ask questions of the bachelorettes, and at the end of our session, he will decide who is going to be his bachelorette for the weekend. So let's start by meeting our bachelorettes. Bachelorette number 1, would you please stand up, tell us your name, and why you feel you would be a good match for Hodge?
Hello, my name is Lady Hope DeSantis. I would be an excellent match because I am a lady. My father has lands, a castle. He turned down each one of my suitors, but I'm well trained to be excellent wife and excellent entertainer.
Oh,
yes.
Very nice.
Unfortunately, he passed away. And
oh, I'm so sorry. Have a seat, my dear. So she has money, but she's had trouble finding a husband. There's something you might want to investigate.
Entertainment?
Bachelorette number 2. Please tell us your name.
I'm Lady Calantha Belladine. And I'm Lady Calista Belladine. And we are the Royal Beautificators of Nottingham.
All right, is it me or is that creepy? Good. Have a seat, dear. Bachelorette number 3. Your name, dear.
I'm Lady Neve McGuigan. My name means son of a Viking. I'm from the Viking colony. So we have riches from around the world.
Oh, very nice. And she's a redhead, dear. Ginger Scoreboard with you. All right, that didn't come out the right way. All right, and we have our bachelor. Don't go there. Bachelor Hodge. Let me tell you a little bit about Hodge. He's been in my employ for 2 years. Quite loyal, very good with numbers. He handles the accounting purse, and he's my personal secretary. No, we're trying to find a match for him. It's fine. All right. In his personal time, Hodge loves moonlit carriage rides. He was the captain of his trebuchet team 3 years running. For those of you who need it, that's catapult trebuchet.
It's a very large catapult.
All right.
It would throw you over that tent. You'd enjoy it.
Quite excellent.
Meet the Huntress.
It's a new ride for the Renaissance Festival. Catapult trebuchet jousting instead of cows, we use men. And he saves baby dragons in his spare time, finds them step. So very well-rounded young man, intelligent, sportsman, sentimental. Here's a soft spot.
Huzzah!
Applause for Hodge, a round of applause for the ladies. And we have a special treat. We have giving Hodge guidance and counsel when needed. The Lady Marion, wife of Robin Hood. And Will Scarlet, one of our merry men, the cousin of Robin Hood. All right, so we ready to start, Hodge?
Yes, as soon as we get that young man thing ironed out a bit.
Yes.
We don't want to present false advertising.
Yes, you're going for a
Middle-aged-ish.
bachelorette in this show.
They're great.
First question, Hodge. You already stepped in it. Keep going.
You know me better than that. Bachelorette number 1. If you could be an insect, what kind of insect would you be?
My favorite question. I would be a bumblebee.
A bumblebee? Why?
Well, bumblebees make honey and they fly around and they're soft and pleasant.
Very nice, dear. Oh no, they're conferring.
Those tutors really failed you. Honeybees make honey, not bumblebees.
Well, that's what I meant.
Hodge, do not point out a lady's failings if you want a date by the end of this session.
She's supposed to call me.
I think we're done now.
Bachelorette number 2.5. What is your favorite insect and why?
The black widow spider. It eats his lover's head off.
All right, yes, creepy is definitive now. I don't have to ask anymore.
We're going to have to go to Bachelorette number 3 for the same question, yes.
my maid. But yet I like to go out and destroy anything that comes near my desk.
This young lady shows
A
promise.
continuation of that whole Viking thing.
Very protective of the home. Good quality.
Not bad at all. Which brings us, she said she has lots of riches, so we're right. This is a good question.
This is all right.
I think so. Bachelorette number 3. Exactly how much of a dowry would you be providing her?
It depends on how many counties you would like me to kill. I am quite well versed with a sword, so I could take many of them myself.
Marion, you have to introduce her to Robin. We have a new merry man for the band.
Yes, I think so. Oh, no, we're not going there. No, we're not going there either. Oh dear, what was I thinking when I wrote these?
You're the Bachelor. You go everywhere.
All right, we'll go this page. Bachelorette number 2.5. What is your favorite mode of transportation?
Foot. We don't like waiting.
All right, I'll give them that one. Wasn't that
Yes, not really. Bachelorette number 1, same question.
Horseback.
Horseback.
Bareback.
Bareback.
all right? Sit down there. Before it goes out of spinning control.
Yes, we have to go back to Bachelorette number 3. If you could be an animal, what kind of animal would you be?
I would be a horse. I would ride days until I got to my destination and finish my purpose.
Now, does that also imply that you could be ridden for days?
I think that wouldn't also imply that.
I thought it might, yes.
And we went there.
We just crossed right that line. Hopefully it's going whoosh for the little one.
She's too busy eating.
Good. Keep going.
Bachelorette number 1.
Your faith is amazing.
Same question. What animal would you be and why?
Did you say it would be a real or imaginary?
Go with it.
I would be a dragon.
You would be a dragon. Be a big dragon or baby dragon? I say baby dragon.
Well, I think I'd be more than a baby dragon. I think I'd be a 6'5"
Very
dragon.
glad to hear that.
How very hormonal. By all means, have a seat. I haven't asked this one in ages. Bachelorette number 3. If you had some ketchup, what would you put it on?
I would put it on nothing. If you were malt vinegar, I would put you on everything. Fish and chips, fries, chips, sandwiches.
I like this girl. If you don't take her, I'm going to hire her. She is very promising.
And I will visit you, Imad.
At what point did I lose control?
When we started.
Before we started.
Yes. The women have
Before we started. You worked for the prince.
I'm totally outnumbered. I'm the only man up here. That begs the question, Bachelorette number 3.
Follow-up question.
No, totally different question. If you, as a woman, leave a man in a room alone
Okay.
and he says something, is he still wrong?
If I can't hear him, then no, he is completely right.
Oh,
If I can hear him, it's questionable as to whether he is right or wrong.
very zen.
But I am wrong most of the time.
Oh,
willing to admit flaws.
willing to admit flaws?
Very honest.
Very honest.
I am wrong most of the time.
With hard, you'll be right most of the time.
I try to be right.
Good
She
talk,
does
dear.
her best. Large dowry, good with the sword, can be ridden for days,
Back to that again.
not overly smart.
I didn't say that. I said I'm not right a lot. I didn't say I was overly smart. If you were wrong, then you were wrong.
Nice to meet you.
There we go.
But if you were right, I will admit that you were right.
All right, you're confusing Hodge now.
Not high in the fight.
I am confusing. That's not hard to do.
So we'll move on to. I'm never ever going to ask that.
No, you are not.
That was written by a 15-year-old. My God. Bachelorette number 2.5. You see a leaf blowing in the wind. What do you think?
leave, 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 leave,
All right.
leave, leave.
I don't even know what that was. It's beyond me.
Bachelorette number 1, same question.
I would write you a husband.
Oh. Thank you. Do you think you can do that on the spot?
I don't know if I can get it to the right numbers, but I could try.
Considering that I have no idea how many syllables are in what line of a haiku, the odds of you getting it past me are very good.
Go ahead, my dear. Haiku.
A leaf floats by, the breeze is warm, another beautiful day.
Very nice.
Cultured.
But you just did her right. Well,
Well, she's cultured and she destroys culture.
I think she's the new one.
But actually, yes, Bachelorette number 3.
I'm more of the English.
Bachelorette number 3. If you were to go out pillaging, tomorrow, where would you go pillaging?
Primarily the northern coast of England or Ireland, depending on where you would like to go. But we do ask those who would like to be spared, we do spare them. And we do take missionaries and the like with us to explain their texts. I mean, have you seen the book of Kells?
A girl
It's
after my own
beautiful
heart.
and amazing. We allow them to
Yes,
visit
I
us
saw
and
them
we
go
treat
with
them
them.
as
Did you see that? I saw
so
it.
they are also very cultured.
Excellent girl, my dear. All right, Tara. What's the
Good
question?
answer. Yes, actually, well, I'm going with the pillaging thing. Bachelorette number 2.5. If you were a Viking and you were going to go pillaging, where would you pillage?
Guilford, Connecticut.
Bachelorette number 1, why feel left out? You would pillage where?
Well, I don't need to pillage anything. I have what I need. I have my land, my castle,
See what she did there?
That's our sentiment for the day. Spread it around all over everything.
Yes, okay. Sappy time is over.
Let's turn it around for a moment. Bachelorettes. Why don't you ask Hodge a question? One question from each lady. You only count as one question. Lady number 1, Bachelorette number 1.
If you were to make up a fairy tale, a bedtime story type fairy tale about our love, what would it be?
Well, once upon a time, there was this dashing fellow named Hodge.
Good beginning.
He found himself in a castle he wasn't familiar with, but could smell something nice. So he followed his nose and it led to a chamber. And interestingly enough, the chamber door was not locked. In fact, it was left slightly ajar. As if the person inside was anticipating something.
All right, can you get to the end, the happily ever after? Let's end that fairy tale right now. You haven't won our heart yet. You're not going into the chamber yet. All right, Bachelorette number 2.
What's your favorite question?
That's an easy one. Was it good for you?
Bachelorette number 3.
If you had to impress someone with your brain, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that it's in my head and weighs a lot. I can tell because it's so hard to hold up all day long walking about.
Yes, and sometimes it swells so much that hat doesn't fit. I've been hanging with Hodge too long. All right.
Rolling
Thank
with
you,
the queen.
Next question, Hodge.
Next question, very simple. Bachelor, I don't want to do this anymore.
You're going back to that young man. All right.
Bachelorette number 2.5. You're going to love this. I can tell because I'm psychic. I was dropped on my head as a
That
baby.
big brain.
Yes, it's that big heavy brain. Bachelorette number 2.5. What is your idea of a perfect date?
Well, playing Call of Duty while killing orcs on Lord of the Rings Online. While solving a Rubik's Cube. While quoting Lord of the Rings, Doctor Who, Star Trek, and Star Wars. And the first person to get one quote wrong or to re-quote something has to go on the Book of Faith and say, Jar Jar Binks was totally my favorite character and should have been in all the movies. And I totally think they should have stopped making Star Wars after the first, second, and third, because 4, 5, and 6 suck.
All right, clear your heads. Did anyone follow that? All right, I want to see hands. Who followed that?
Hands up, who understood?
All right, it's official. I'm too old.
We haven't invented the bloody television yet. Bachelorette number 3, same question, perfect date. What do you think?
I would like some sort of sword play, your choice, rapier, great sword, or if you'd like rattan, depending on how you play, or live steel, it's fine.
I've got some live steel for you.
So I'm not the only one who was going there. And then I'd like some black ops too, because headshotting someone with a shotgun is so much fun.
Yes, it is.
This is your idea of cocktails before dinner? I'm watching how I'm phrasing it with the little ones in the audience. Just a little bit.
You know, you see, my brain is
You can't have
so
fun shooting
heavy.
someone or
It's
blowing
just
them
not
up. You
being-
can't have fun at all.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What?
It happens often.
We call it alone time.
I know who wrote that one. We're not going there, are we?
You think you'd write your own questions?
I pay people to do things for me.
I pay you that much that you can pay someone to do something for you?
The land is full of peasants. Look at this rabble.
You don't work for John anymore. You work for me. Stop abusing them.
I'm not abusing them. I'm merely stating
I think we are abusing them, actually.
You're right. The very fact that they're sitting here
They're
enduring this
listening to
does
us.
rather imply a masochistic bent. Speaking of masochism, Bachelorette number 3.
Are you sure you want to go there first?
That's what I was thinking. Look at the size of the sword, dude.
Would I be the one who went there first?
Ask the question, dear.
That was the question.
Are you sure you don't want to ask another? I'll let you ask
Now
your
I've
second.
lost control of everything. Oh
Would you
my.
like a two-handed weapon or what? Because this is metal. It's considered defensive. It is a fighting fan, yes.
That is a fighting fan. My fans don't generally fight me.
Fans, dear?
Yes, 1 or 2.
1 or 2.
Yes, you can tell at the first joust. Every now and then someone says, "Oh, and Hodge," and one person goes like this. It's terribly frightening. You wouldn't use that on me.
Well, it depends. Are you going to be wearing effective armor? If I'm not
No.
going to kill you, then yes, I would use it against you. If I'm going to kill you, then no, I would.
All right, if you're not wearing effective armor, we have to have the chat your mother never had. Next question, dear.
You know when you see the serial number? Oh, I'm sorry. Bachelorette number 2.5.
Wow.
What is your favorite cat?
I'm going to go with the tiger. No, the liger. No, it's tiger. See, tiger and lion. It is the liger. It is a lion and a tiger. No, lion predominant. Tiger.
All right, we're back to
Tiger. Cheetah.
All right. Lords and ladies, have we had enough questions for the bachelorettes?
No.
I want to know.
I heard a few.
I heard quite a few.
All right, one more question. Make a good Hodge.
Question for the bachelorettes. Oh, that's a good question, isn't it? I missed that. Yes, yes.
My hearing's not going yet.
Bachelorette number, and with all that whimpering going on too, that's very interesting.
John's whining.
Bachelorette number. It's rare that she can do that to me. Bachelorette number 1. If you were going to tell me a lie, what would it be?
Well,
Deep subject.
well, it kind of goes with the comment that you had made earlier when you were asking about the shoe
I don't recall asking about my shoe
Now
size.
she's reading your mind.
size. Earlier today.
Oh,
Size that is not nice.
very well.
All right, moving right along.
I want to see this one from your perspective. Bachelorette number 2.5. Isn't she charming? If you were to tell me a lie, what would it be?
It was great. Really. Their vote of confidence is overwhelming.
I don't think I like that answer from any perspective. Are you alright, Bachelorette number 3, because you're off?
I'm all right. I can compose myself.
Great. Excellent. Musical.
I would tell you that I could not offer you the world.
Thank you for saving us, my dear. Very, very good. All right.
Yes.
Hodge, it's now all on Hodge. Hodge,
all on
you
me
have
now.
to select a bachelorette. Bachelorette number 1, bachelorette 2.5, or bachelorette number 3.
Tutored but doesn't know how many syllables are in a haiku. Just dead creepy. Really, really interesting.
If you have to think that long, you're not doing it right. She does have a point there.
No, the point is right here. It's aiming at you. Bachelorette number 3.
Bachelorette number 3, and our bachelor. Oh, we're back.
She's on the left.
That's all right. We're going to change places in a moment when you take her off the stage. He's always trying to correct me. I keep telling him he'll lose his job that way. Our bachelor and bachelorette have won an all-expense-paid weekend in Sherwood Forest to be hosted by Lady Marion and Robin Hood. There you go, my dear. Now, the lady on the left is no lady at all. So there we go.
We're going camping.
I love camping.
Yes, and I'm going to pitch you a tent. Let's go.
The rest of us will give you all a big dating game goodbye. Ladies,
I'll give you back to this gentleman here.
and thank you for joining us.
That would be good, because I'm pretty sure he'll kill you before I do.